In 1940, the Tacoma Narrows Bridge collapsed into the Puget Sound. It didn't collapse because of too many cars. It wasn't crushed by weight. It was destroyed by the wind. A mild, 40-mile-per-hour wind hit the bridge at a specific angle, creating a phenomenon called aeroelastic flutter. The bridge began to twist. It began to oscillate. The structure was strong against static weight, but it had zero integrity against dynamic chaos. It resonated with the storm until it tore itself apart. You are the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. You can handle the static weight of a predictable day. You look strong in the mirror, but when the wind of life picks up, when the stress hits a specific frequency, you start to twist, you start to oscillate, and eventually you break. You have muscles, but you lack structural integrity. This ends today. We are going to retrofit your mind and body. We are going to stop building for looks and start building for resonance suppression. We are applying the principles of civil engineering. A bridge must survive two things: the dead load, its own weight, and the live load, traffic, wind, earthquakes. You are failing under the live load. You are snapping under the dynamic stress of modern life. We are going to install a new structural system designed to absorb chaos without losing form. This is the three-part integrity protocol. First, the deep caissons, the Bedrock foundation. Second, the Open Truss, aerodynamic stability. Third, the tuned mass damper, harmonic control. We are not just building a wall. We are building a suspension bridge that can withstand a hurricane and remain standing. The wind is rising. It is time to stabilize the structure. The most important part of a bridge is never seen. It is buried beneath the water and the mud. It is the caisson. To build a tower that reaches the sky, you must first dig down to the bedrock. You cannot build on sand. Sand shifts. Sand liquefies under pressure. Most men build their lives on sand. They build on motivation, on feelings, on validation. These are shifting soils. When the storm hits, the soil moves, and the tower tilts. The engineer drives the caissons down. He digs through the mud, the excuses. He digs through the clay, the fatigue. He keeps digging until he hits the solid rock of principles. Hit the bedrock. In the gym, your caisson is your absolute strength. It is not the pump. It is the ability to brace your spine under a maximal load and not move. When you squat heavy, you are teaching your central nervous system to find stability in a crushing environment. You are learning to root. If your core collapses under a heavy squat, your caissons are weak. And if you cannot hold your posture under a barbell, you will not hold your frame when your boss screams at you. You will not hold your frame when your family needs a leader. You will shift. You will crumble. Do not shift. You must dig deeper. You must find the principles that do not change regardless of the weather. I am a man who does not quit. That is bedrock. I am a man who keeps his word. That is bedrock. I train regardless of how I feel. That is bedrock. Once you anchor your tower into these truths, the wind can blow, but the foundation does not move. The amateur sways with every trend and every emotion. The engineer is anchored. He has done the deep work. He has buried his reasons so deep that the surface storm cannot touch them. Anchor the tower. This provides static stability. Before you can handle the dynamic chaos of the wind, you must be able to support your own weight. You must be unshakable in the quiet moments. If you are anxious and weak when life is calm, you will be destroyed when life gets loud. Drive the piles deep. Find the rock. You have dug through the mud. You have anchored your pylons into the bedrock. The foundation is set. If you are ready to build the tower and face the wind, seal the blueprint. Hit the like button. It is the first rivet in the steel. The structure rises now. The foundation is solid. The towers are up. Now comes the wind. The mistake of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge was that it had solid steel girders along the sides. It was a solid wall. When the wind hit the solid wall, the air had nowhere to go. It pushed the bridge. It created drag. It created the twist. The bridge fought the wind, and the wind won. The solution in modern engineering is the open truss. Modern bridges are designed with gaps. They are transparent to the wind. They allow the air to pass through the structure. Let the wind pass. This is the stoic discipline of non-reaction. The amateur tries to fight the stress. He gets angry at the traffic. He gets frustrated by the bad workout. He fights the wind. He is a solid wall, and because he resists, the pressure accumulates until he snaps. The structural engineer builds an open truss. When the chaos hits, when the insults come, when the problems arise, he does not block them. He lets them pass through him. He acknowledges the wind, but he does not catch the wind. Do not catch the drag. In the gym, this is the ability to have a bad rep or a bad set and immediately let it go. The amateur misses a lift and spirals into anger. He catches the wind. He creates resonance. The whole workout collapses. The professional misses a lift, resets, and executes the next one perfectly. He has an open structure. The failure passed through him without damaging the core. This is aerodynamic stability. You must engineer your mind to have gaps. Gaps where the ego used to be. If you have a massive ego, a solid wall, life will hit it and twist you. If you remove the ego, if you become transparent to the petty problems, you become unbreakable. Remove the ego walls. The wind cannot destroy what it cannot touch. By refusing to react emotionally to every external stimulus, you eliminate the flutter. You stay stable. You are not ignoring the problem. You are just structurally incapable of being twisted by it. You stand there, open and strong, watching the wind scream past you while you remain perfectly still. Be the open truss. You have the bedrock, principles. You have the open truss, stoicism. But sometimes the storm is too strong. Sometimes a massive earthquake hits. The earth itself moves. The vibration is unavoidable. To survive this, modern skyscrapers and bridges install a secret weapon, the tuned mass damper. It is a massive pendulum, sometimes a 700-ton ball of steel, suspended inside the top of the tower. When the wind pushes the tower right, the damper swings left. It moves in exact opposition to the chaos. It cancels out the vibration. It absorbs the energy so the structure doesn't have to. Counteract the swing. In your life, the tuned mass damper is your recovery ritual. It is the heavy counterweight you use to balance the stress of the day. If you work in a high-stress job, the wind pushes right, and then you go home and watch stressful news or argue on social media. You push right. You are amplifying the sway. You are creating a resonance catastrophe. You break. You need a counterforce. If the day is loud, your damper must be silence. If the day is intellectual, your damper must be physical, the gym. If the day is chaotic, your damper must be ordered, routine. Balance the equation. The gym is the ultimate tuned mass damper. The world pushes you with mental anxiety. You push back with physical exertion. The iron absorbs the chaotic energy of your mind and grounds it. You walk in vibrating with stress. You walk out stable. The damper did its job. The amateur thinks he can just handle the stress without a release valve. He builds a tall tower with no damper. Eventually the harmonics get him. He burns out. He has a panic attack. He snaps at his kids. The engineer knows that the higher you build, the bigger the damper needs to be. Install the counterweight. You must schedule this. You must protect your damper. I need to go to the gym is not about vanity. It is about structural stabilization. I need 20 minutes of silence is not about being lazy. It is about stopping the oscillation before it tears the building apart. If you want to carry heavy loads, if you want to build a skyscraper of success, you must have the mechanism to kill the vibration. You must act in opposition to the chaos. Kill the vibration. This is structural integrity. This is how you survive the storm. You stop trying to be tough. Tough things break. You become engineered. 1. The Caissons. Dig down to the bedrock of principles. Anchor yourself in absolute truths that do not shift. 2. The Open Truss. Remove the walls of ego. Let the wind of chaos pass through you without creating drag. 3. The Tuned Mass Damper. Use the gym and recovery to counteract the vibration of life. Balance the forces. When you build this way, the load does not break you. It tests you, and you pass. You become a bridge that others can rely on, a structure that spans the gap between potential and reality. The wind is blowing. The load is heavy. If you are ready to stand, if you are ready to hold the weight, subscribe to this channel. This is your engineering firm. And for your final inspection, sign the safety certificate. Comment below with, "Structure stable." It is your signal. The bridge holds, the way is open. Now, shut this off, check your foundations. Bear the load.